Hi everyone, this is Khyati. I'm going to talk about entity skeletons for visual storytelling. This is joint work with Ruo Ping and my professor Alan Black. This is briefly going to be the outline of today's talk. We have always been enveloped by narratives, let it be cavemen telling stories, puppet shows, to more contemporary media like movies, news, Instagram stories, etc. The ability to perceive and express a set of related content is fundamentally a human attribute, and it is our responsibility to impart the skill to machines. With some of the recent advancements in generating text, we are moving now towards making them more natural and human like. We address one of the properties that bridges the gap between human and machine generation in this talk. While there are other properties such as surface forms and structure, I am going to present about the content property in this talk. For instance, the description of the first set of images mainly talk about beach, kids, palm trees and resort, etc. But it would not make sense if I talked about library or church. Similarly, the second set of images talk about library, books, etc. This contributes to the relevance property of the text. So for content relevance, we'll be looking into entities and their references in visual stories. In order to achieve this, we introduce anchoring. Now, what is anchoring? It is something that provides reliable and principled support by holding it consistently. In this particular case, guidance is provided in a fine-grained level. Each sentence SK in the output narrative is guided by a corresponding anchor unit AK. Broadly, the two components in NLP are natural language generation and natural language understanding, and anchoring provides for a synergy between them with a focus on generation. Here, we focus on the task of generating stories from a sequence of images, also known as visual storytelling. In addition to generating the story, our specific task is to improve the content relevance by introducing relevant entities at relevant junctions. Formally, the dataset comprises of a set of stories. Each story constitutes a sequence of 5 images denoted by I, image captions X, and stories in sequences Y. So the input is sequence of images DIA, and the output is a story in sequences, and the anchor units are our entities. We evaluate our methods on the visual storytelling dataset. There are about 25% of the images for which the DII are absent, and we use a pre-trained image captioning model to derive DII in order to make it complete. The first step is to extract the entity anchors, which are also known as entity skeletons. This is defined as a linear chain of entities and their corresponding referring expressions. We work with 3 forms of entity anchors. The first is the surface form coreference chain, the second are nominalized representation, and the third is abstract property representation. More details of these anchors are in the paper. First, let's look at the baseline, which is essentially a seek-to-seek model that extracts visual features followed by a bidirectional LSTM that extracts local and global features. We improved this model to make a fair comparison and a stronger baseline by augmenting the decoder with the entity skeleton words. In addition, we also proposed a multitask skeleton prediction model which generates the sentence as the primary task and the secondary task being the skeleton entity prediction. This is our main model, which is the hierarchical global model, which extracts sentence level features and story level features. So essentially, we perform hierarchical attention, one at word level for each sentence and then sentence level for the entire story, and use it while decoding each sentence. Here are some of the evaluation metrics that we concentrated on. As we can see, multitask generation model and the global attention model improved the automatic metric Meteor. Coming to the distance metric, we computed the Euclidean distance between the generated stories and the goal stories by extracting entities from each of them and comparing the distance between them. The last column shows the number of distinct entities in the generated stories, and this value for ground truth stories is 0.7944, and this number is closest to the hierarchical global attention model. We also conduct human evaluation, which resulted in a preference of 82% over the baseline and 64% over the multitasking model. Here is an example story. The highlighted words were generated in the right frame with respect to the ground truth story. The baseline model got the skeleton words right for sentences 4 and 5, and the global hierarchical attention model could do it for sentences 1, 3, 4, and 5. So the main takeaways are it improves relevance component of visual storytelling, improves controllability in generation, and it is a step towards interpretability with respect to intermediate representation. Thank you.